Welcome to another edition of the Bridges Bulletin. Let's get started. Hello everyone, this is Dyann Bridges. Today I want to discuss the difference between concern and consideration. Now, this does seem like semantics. I am a writer, I appreciate words, and I think communicating is the most important aspect of any relationship. If you don't communicate well, you don't have a very good relationship, really. And so when I'm talking about either consideration or concern, what I'm talking about when men get concerned or have consideration for a woman, and specifically her thoughts and feelings. Let's back up just a bit. I've noticed in the last 10 years or so, there has been a big push in our American society to get men to really be concerned about a woman's feelings and thoughts. It wasn't always like that. Sometimes in previous decades gone by, men didn't have much consideration for women at all, and they really didn't care what she was thinking or feeling. Now, it seems, many men are far too concerned with what a woman is thinking and feeling, and it's interfering with communication. So let's break this down a bit. When I talk about concern a man has for a woman's thoughts and feelings, I'm talking about excessive worrying. How does she feel about this, that, or the other thing? And on and on and on, and worried about where she's at. And men are not built like that. It also puts more pressure on women. Women have natural ups and downs emotionally all day long. And throughout our lifetime, this is just the way we're built. And it's up to us to figure out how to stay contained and to manage that. How a man can help is by being very calm and staying solid and centered and not rise to our emotional pitch. We need a man to stay very calm. If a man can stay centered and solid while a woman is going through emotional ups and downs, it helps her regulate that. And we don't want to really argue with you, but sometimes we don't know what else to do. And it takes a lot of maturity to not argue with the person that you care about and are intimate with and probably living with when your emotions are all over the place. So that's something that women have to work on. But men have to now start working on not being as concerned with a woman's feelings, not be as worried about what she's thinking and feeling. That does not mean that he gives up consideration of where she's at and to consider what she's thinking and feeling. We have to remember that as men, you must lead. Women can be leaders too, but in personal relationships, intimate relationships, that's not how it works. The dynamic between men and women in personal, intimate, romantic relationships is that the man is the leader and the woman yields to that leadership. And men are never really off the clock when it comes to leadership. They've got to be leaders at work, even if they're not managers or owners or executives at a company. They still have to present themselves as a leader. Now, when it comes to personal relationships, though, it completely flips for a woman. That's why sometimes it can be so difficult for her to stop nagging or bossing him around because she's done it all day at work. But that's where you as a man must stand strong. Don't be so concerned with what she's thinking and feeling, and consider the fact that she just came back from work, but you're the man in the relationship. You're the leader. So now all you have to do is stay calm and let her know what's happening. A man also has to have an agenda. If the next thing on the list is dinner, well, it's important for him to consider that maybe she doesn't necessarily feel like cooking it if she's been working all day. So you can order out, you can go out, you can just make a sandwich, something easy, whatever it might be. So that's consideration. But don't care so much. Don't be so concerned with what her reaction might be, what she's thinking and feeling. Just stay solid. And don't take any disrespect. Definitely not. And as long as you stay nice and calm and have a plan of action, you'll be able to get through it. But when a man has too much concern for a woman's thoughts and feelings, it really interferes with him. It makes him much weaker. Men are not built like that. Men are built for action, achieving goals, setting them, and then going after them. Men tend to be much more external oriented, whereas women have a lot going on inside, and we've got to manage that as we're doing things in the external world. So we need you gentlemen to be as strong as possible, and being overly concerned with how a woman is thinking and feeling just gets in the way. It makes you softer and less reliable, and women need you at your most stable, best. So I hope that's given you food for thought. Thank you very much for listening, and have a very sensual day.